photographer captures a beautiful moment. Two widowed penguins enjoy the beautiful skyline together. The photographer managed to capture a tender moment between two widowed penguins comforting each other. This is amazing. This is amazing. Their little hearts, look at them. They're just enjoying something beautiful together. That's amazing. Wildlife photographer Tobias Baumgaertner was fortunate to witness and photograph a sweet and tender moment between the two penguins last year, seemingly comforting each other as they looked out at the night lights. Although Tobias took the photograph in St. Kilda in Melbourne, a suburb of Melbourne, in 2019, he only shared the photo on his Instagram page last month, explaining that the pair had apparently lost their partners and were watching the dancing lights of Melbourne together. The images went viral after being shared on Twitter recently. And he says, Tobias wrote on his post, during times like this, the truly lucky ones are those that can be with the person or people they love most. I captured this moment about a year ago, he said. These two fairy penguins poised upon a rock overlooking the Melbourne skyline were standing there for hours, flipper and flipper, watching the sparkling skies of the skyline and the ocean. A volunteer approached me and told me that the white one was an elderly lady who had lost her partner, and apparently did the younger male to the left. Since they then met regularly, comforting each other and standing together for hours, watching the dancing lights of the nearby city. I spent 3 full nights with this penguin colony until I was able to get this picture between not being able or allowed to use my any lights and the tiny penguins continuously moving, rubbing their flippers on each other's backs and cleaning one another. It was really hard to get a shot, but I got lucky during one beautiful moment. I hope you enjoy this moment as much as I did, he says. Tobias definitely has the patience and never quit attitude, needing to capture that once-in-a-lifetime shot. The image got over 125,000 likes in one day, more than 39,000 retweets when image was shared on Twitter with the caption, "Couldn't stop thinking about these penguins enjoying the Melbourne skyline together, so I found the original photograph and apparently they're both widowed. I can't handle it." You'll find the penguin photo on his other wildlife and natural photographs on Tobias's Instagram page, which are also available as prints to order via direct message or email. Fairy or little penguins, Udiptula minor, are the smallest of all penguin species. They weigh around 2.2 pounds, roughly 13 inches tall. Males generally weigh a little bit more than females, and the female has thinner, sharper beak than the male. These are the only penguins with blue and white feathers, rather than black and white feathers with gray beak and pink little feet. These penguins spend 80% of their lives at sea swimming, feeding and breeding in colonies along the southern coastline of Australia and New Zealand. Phillip Island in Victoria, Australia is home to an estimated 32,000 breeding adults. After their daily swimming and foraging, they return to their nesting burrows to breed, raise their little chicks, take a break after days or weeks at sea, and to molt. Unlike most penguins, little penguins do not mate for life, and researchers at Phillips Island nature parks have recorded divorce rates for little penguins of between 18 to 50% annually. They may look for a new mate if the breeding success is low. They lay 2 eggs about the size of chicken eggs, and both parents take turns to incubate them over 35 days. Both parents also feed the chicks, who at around 7 to 11 weeks of age, leave their parents and head out to sea. This is by Jade Small on the Minds Unleashed Creative Commons. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.